Thanks, you guys. Welcome to Mindful Monday. Here we are again, another Monday. Thank you so much for showing up. We will be starting our days together. I haven't practiced yet this morning. Just kind of rolled out of bed not too long ago. It's great. These winter days are nice for that. Thank you to Kate and Jayshi and Nancy and Greg for sending me their pictures of their sacred spaces at home, those places that we create. I will share them when I create a video later today, and I'll put them at the end of the video. So if you guys want to check out the YouTube video, you can see their beautiful spaces. And it just kind of drives home the idea that wherever we are, if we're lucky enough to have a home, first of all, that being said, creating a space where we can make it sacred and it really sets the intention for us without our even having to do anything, really. So I love Nancy's. It's very simple. Like, it's cool because everybody's is just a little bit different. Nancy has her mat spread out and she's got some beautiful light in her space, and it's very uncluttered, unlike my space here today. I seem to have accumulated more books than I need, but for some reason books don't upset me. I like having books around me. So, all right, so I'm sitting in hero's pose. Now, this pose is not for everyone. It's a good stretch for the quadriceps and the ankles. So if this pose works for you, we're gonna do a little pranayama to get started. So if it doesn't work, find a comfortable seat. Even in a chair is fine. But once you get settled, I suggest a blanket. Just kind of sit up nice and tall, check in with your shoulders, roll them up and back and down. Make some space for your breath. Maybe take a couple of neck circles. Maybe lift your nose to the sky and lower your chin to your chest. And then find that chin to earth parallel thing that we do. And then allow your eyes to close if that's comfortable for you, or just soften your gaze. Allow your face to soften. And then we'll take our, I use my right hand, my thumb and my fourth finger, and I'm gonna take just a normal breath through my nostrils, and then exhale completely. And then take your thumb and close off the right nostril and inhale through the left. And then take your fourth finger, your ring finger on your right hand, and close off the left nostril and exhale through your right nostril. Good. Inhale through the right nostril. Close it off and then exhale through the left. Most of you have done this with me, so let's just continue. Inhale left and exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Good. Inhale right. Exhale left. Let's continue. If I'm moving at a different pace than you, that's fine. We'll continue. You're doing great. Just for several more rounds. Let's take 2 more together. And once that's complete, just let your hands rest in your lap. Keep your eyes closed. And just notice. Breathe in through both nostrils. Notice if you have a little more space for the breath. Notice that sense of calm, serenity it creates for us. You can pick up your alternate nostril breathing anytime you feel a little stressed. It's really good for integrating the hemispheres of the brain and just creating that peaceful, calm feeling. So as you're ready, blink open your eyes and we'll come to our mats, and we will be seated this time. So you can prop yourself up if you like, but sit on your mat so that you are facing your mat lengthwise. And we'll just sit in crisscross applesauce. Let's start with the left leg in front and sit up nice and tall. And take your arms out. Inhale, reach up, look up. And as you exhale, we're going to bring our hands to our heart and extend our legs long, coming into just a staff pose. Good. And as you are ready, we're going to inhale, reach our arms up, look up, and then take your legs and cross the right leg in front. And then exhale your hands to heart center. I know, a little tricky. We can do this. When you're ready, reach your arms out, inhale, look up, and take your palms together. And as you bring your hands to your heart, we're going to come into cobbler's pose, Baddha Konasana. Feet come together. Got it? You ready? Inhale, reach up and look up, palms touch, and as you exhale, bring your left leg in front. So we're just opening the hips. Move as slowly or as quickly as works for you. When you're ready, inhale, reach up, look up, and as you draw your hands down to your heart, bring your feet forward. You can flex your feet as you come into this seated pose. When you're ready, inhale, look up, palms come together, crisscross applesauce, right leg in front. Good. Inhale, reach up. We're getting it, getting the pattern right. And then exhale, bring your feet together in Baddha Konasana. Hands to heart center. Good. One more on each of each. Inhale. And exhale. Oh, sorry. Yeah, left foot comes front. I'm losing my focus here. When you're ready, inhale, reach up, look up, extend your legs. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Inhale and crisscross applesauce, right legs in front. Let's take Baddha Konasana. Inhale and exhale, hands to heart. Baddha Konasana, feet come together. And here we go. Take your fingertips forward. Let's walk forward until we find that gentle stretch in the back body. And see if you can allow your legs to just relax toward the floor as much as possible. And take an inhale, lift your heart, lift your gaze, maybe walk your fingertips further a little bit more. And as you exhale, chin comes down to chest. And we'll take a few breaths here. Nice breaths into the back body, filling up the lower back, the middle back, and drawing the air all the way up, even past the lungs, imagining the air coming up into the throat. Full breaths, maybe walking your fingertips a little more if your back is ready for it this morning. Excellent. And just kind of feeling into where you are on your mat this morning, what shapes are going to feel good for you. Working on opening those hips. And then on your exhale, as you're ready, slowly walk your hands back. Come on up, take the outsides of your legs and draw them in. And bring your heels close to your body. Give yourself a nice big hug. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale, look up. And as you exhale, round forward. Inhale, shine your heart, lift your gaze. Open your throat center. And as you exhale, stretch the back of the neck, round forward, draw the belly into the spine. Let's take one more. Really rounding the upper back, stretching the whole upper back all the way up into the neck and the throat center. And as you're ready, sit up nice and tall. Take a big breath in. Extend your legs forward just like we did. Flex your feet, flex your toes. If you have a strap and you'd like to place it around your legs, here, I'll demonstrate. I know some of you have straps. You can place it on the sort of the meaty part of the foot. And just be gentle with your feet. And you can sit up nice and tall and then walk your way forward, coming into a forward fold. And if you like, if you can reach for the edges of your feet, the outsides of your feet, you can do that too. And we'll breathe here. So now you're noticing the hamstrings are waking up. Good morning. So take that breath and deepen it. And you've got that right and left nostrils all clear. So see if you can deepen your breath and let yourself just surrender in this pose. The back of the neck softens. Maybe you rotate it from side to side. Just give yourself what you need this morning in your sanctuary. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. And Sophie's outside the window here. She probably knows we're practicing, so she's saying hi. Let's take 3 more breaths together, just deciding where you want to be. I mean, you can just relax your feet, relax your hands on the floor, relax the back of the neck. Make this your own. Hi, Sophie. Nice. Last breath in here. Fill up the whole back body. And then take your hands to the floor gently. Bring yourself all the way up. And then sitting up in staff pose, take your shoulders, roll them up, back, and down. We'll take a couple more here. Can never do too many of these, right? If it feels good for you to go forward, I feel like I spend so much time slumping forward. I just tend to always rotate back and down. And when you're ready, the right leg comes across the left. Let's take a twist. So wrapping your left arm around your right leg, taking that right arm behind you to prop yourself up nice and tall. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, turn over that right shoulder. Nice stretch for the neck as well. Breathe in, lift up, and exhale to twist. Taking it only as far as you are ready this morning. But maybe you're ready for a little more, so don't let me hold you back. Take one more breath in and let your exhale unwind you. And then we'll take this right leg, this outer thigh that is probably nicely stretched a little bit. Maybe prop yourself back up on your blanket if you're falling off like I am. Flex that, the left toe, and then open up this right leg. Maybe give it a little massage here, letting this hip open up. And then we'll inhale again, reaching those arms up to the ceiling, looking up. And as you exhale, just pour yourself over this left leg. Now, another opportunity to use your strap. Sometimes my strap is just sitting there going, why don't you ever use me? And so just wrap that around your foot. Maybe use it as a tool to take you into this stretch a little more deeply. So we got a lot going on here, so use your breath. Allow yourself to surrender to the point where you feel that you are at your edge, but not farther. So we have to really pay attention to the subtle nuances of our own bodies and let each shape kind of inform us about where we are in space and time. Well, maybe take a breath in and lift your heart, and then exhale and surrender even more. Maybe you come down a little bit deeper. Maybe the strap just sits there waiting until the next opportunity. Let's take 2 more breaths here. If your hamstring is shaking a little bit, just know that mine is too. It's okay. It's okay, hamstring. On your next inhalation, come up slightly, take your fingertips and walk them in so you set yourself up and extend that right leg long. And just let's wave to ourselves with our toes. So just take some points and flex. Maybe wave. Sophie really wants to come in, I think. Good. Okay, so sitting up nice and tall again, taking 3 shoulder rolls. And when you're ready, take the left leg, cross it over. We'll take our twist on this side. So give yourself a hug, or maybe you like to take your arm to the outside of the leg. Decide what works for you this morning, and I will turn in the opposite direction. I'm not being rude, I'm just demonstrating. So when you're ready, the left hand comes behind your back. Sit up nice and tall as you inhale. And as you exhale, gently twist over that left shoulder. So the twist is from the right rib cage, the outer ribs. We're getting that stretch all the way up the back, but especially in that middle section. We're wringing out, squeezing out toxins and bringing blood flow to the organs deeper inside. So pay attention to that. Notice what you sense here. Let's take another breath in as we lift, and another exhalation as we take this twist to the point that works for us, that sweet spot where we get the twist, but we're not overdoing it. Good. Breathe in and out to unwind slowly. Good. Release the left leg and bring it into that sort of half cobbler's pose. So the left foot comes into the inside of this right leg. Inhale, reach up and look up. Fingertips reach up. Get nice and tall here. And good opportunity if you have a blanket or block and you want to just tuck it under the left knee or leg if you're feeling that support would help. And on your exhale, let's pour forward, deciding whether we want to use our poor little strap here or we want to just wrap our hands around our foot. Everyone's arms are different lengths, so sometimes the strap is really nice. And if you find yourself gripping it, just let it go. So relaxing the back of the neck here. Just come into this slowly as your back is ready, as your hamstring is ready. You might think about flexing the toes toward your face. And then you might consider inhaling, coming up, drawing those shoulders back and down, and exhaling, maybe pouring forward just a little bit more. Find your edge. Breathing in. Long exhalation. And let's take one more breath together. And release it slowly. And then as you're ready, take your fingertips to frame that right leg. Sit on up. Excellent. Release the left leg to meet the right. And just take your feet and windshield washer them in and out. You can cross one foot in front of the other. Good. Excellent. And then we'll take our feet to the floor. And guess what? Time to wake up the abs. I'm going to move my blanket. I don't think I want it for my boat pose, but if you like your blanket under your bum, just keep it there. And then take your toes to the floor, lean back, and we'll decide where we're going to go in this boat pose. So the hands can come underneath the quad, on the hamstrings. Keep your shoulders rolled back. You can flex or point your toes, or both. And then maybe you want to release your hands and just automatically notice what's happening to your breath. Keep your belly drawn into your spine, all the things. And maybe you want to straighten your legs. Maybe your abs are really adventurous this morning and you want to really go for it. I'm just talking, distracting. If you're starting to shake, so am I. We're shaking together, good. Maybe you decide to come back. Let's stay for 10, 9. I miss the seniors. Dawn, I used to have the seniors at the chair yoga class count backwards in whatever language they knew, and they knew a lot of languages. So, in whatever language you know, count backwards. We're already down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your hands and gently place them behind your legs. And we'll come up to a seat. Now let's come into our table. It took so long to get to table today. So pad your knees. Smooth out the wrinkles. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Do the Sophie shake. Knees under hips. Let's inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. And exhale, round into that Halloween cat. This should feel really good on our back. Good. Let's move with our breath slowly. Filling up and letting go, drawing the belly into the spine every time you move through that cat pose. Let's take 2 more together. And when you're ready, tuck your toes. Maybe Sophie, shake it out a little bit and lift your hips. Send your hips high. Press your heels toward the floor, spreading your fingers nice and wide. Enjoy your first downward facing dog. How good is this? So you might want to walk your dog, bending one knee and then the other. Keeping that breath slow and smooth. And pressing into especially the thumb and the forefinger there to keep the wrist safe. And just find stillness here in downward facing dog. Chin comes to chest, gazing back towards your knees or maybe your belly button. And when you're ready, remove any props. And we'll take a slow walk forward to the front of the mat. Feet come right under the hips. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Reach for your elbows and find ragdoll. Release tension in the back of the neck by shaking it yes and no. And then find stillness here. Notice how your hamstrings are feeling. Maybe your legs are a little bit straighter than normal for the first forward fold. On your inhale, we'll come up halfway, come up into Ardha Uttanasana. Draw the shoulders down and away. Gaze slightly forward. Inhale. And exhale, fold forward again. Fingertips come to the floor. Bend your knees as you root to rise. Reach up. Look up. Fingertips reaching up. Reach for your day. Get really nice and long and tall. And take a hold of the left wrist with your right hand and gently lean over to the right. Take your gaze under that left shoulder. Breathe in. Make that C shape, that banana shape. Get that stretch in the side body, but keep pressing into the left foot as committed as the right foot is. Commit to the left. Breathe in, one more breath. And as you exhale, come up to center. Reach up again, look up. Maybe lean back. Yeah, maybe lean back a little bit more if you're ready. And then inhale as you come up, and exhale as you take your right wrist with your left hand and lean to the left. Slow and easy stretch. Taking that shape as far as you need this morning. Keeping your torso facing front and keeping that right foot as committed as the left. Breathe in. Breathe out. When you're ready, inhale, reach up and look up. Take your palms and clasp them and send them up toward the ceiling. Press into your feet, engage your legs, and see if you can lean back a little bit more. Maybe gaze up towards your pinky fingers. Good, and as you exhale, slowly release your hands, rain it down. Bring your hands into Anjali Mudra at heart center, and we'll just pause here. Stand up nice and tall. Close your eyes. Allow your shoulders to drop down if they've crept up. And just let the chin be parallel with the earth, nice and tucked in. Find that length in the spine. And then release your hands so your palms are facing forward. Let's come into mountain pose. Good. When you're ready, we're going to take a chair pose, sitting back in our chair, scooching our hips back. Good. Maybe sitting down a little bit more. Maybe sitting down a little bit more. Good. Engaging those quadriceps. When you're ready, inhale. We're going to lift the right foot off the mat and come into our balance pose. So just bringing the knee up to waist high. And this is completely fine to stay here. Might be where you want to stay. Notice the left leg is really doing a lot to support you. And if you have something, a wall, a bookshelf, and you want to use it just to steady yourself, feel free to. We'll be here for one more breath. And as you're ready, slowly release, let go. Shake it out. Sophie, shake it out. Shake your hands up and down. Let's come back into mountain pose. Palms face forward. Shoulders relaxed down. Maybe take a little squeeze of the scapula, squeezing the shoulder blades together a little bit more. And then as you're ready, bring your weight over into your right foot. And we'll gently lift that left leg up, just about waist high. You can flex your left foot if you like. Keep your gaze steady, somewhere forward. Look at something that's not moving. And feel your right leg, your right ankle, doing everything it can just to make you steady here. So many little intricacies of the body that happen without our even thinking about it. It's amazing. Let's breathe in. And as you exhale, lower your hands down to your heart and through mountain pose. Close your eyes for a moment. Lift and spread your toes. And then press your toes one at a time into the mat. And just come into your mountain pose. Good. Excellent balance work. Can always practice that a little bit more today, but in the interest of time, we'll keep moving forward. So soothe, shake all that out. Inhale, sweep your arms up, let your palms touch. And as you exhale, swan dive forward. Come into your forward fold here. Inhale, come into your halfway lift. And exhale, take your hands to the floor and step your right leg back. We're going to come into just a crescent lunge, lifting our arms up and getting that stretch in the right hip flexor, finding a little more balance here. Reaching those fingertips up to the sky, maybe looking up if you're feeling really balanced. Maybe not. Keep looking at something that's not moving if you're feeling a little unsteady this morning. Breathe in and breathe out. Take your hands down to the floor and step the right foot up to meet the left. Good. Inhale, coming into your chair again. One more chair. Sinking your hips down. And down a little bit more, keeping those knees parallel. Good. Breathing in. Breathing out. And as you're ready, stand up, reach up, look up, lean back, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come into your halfway lift. And exhale, your fingertips to the floor, step back with your left leg. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge on this side. So draw your pinkies toward one another, so your shoulders draw back and down. And we'll press that left heel back, getting that nice stretch in the left hip flexor. Good job. Breathing in. Maybe looking up. And as you exhale, bring your hands down to the floor. This time we're going to step the right foot back to meet the left. Lower the knees if you like, or rock forward and lower yourself down all the way to the floor. Tops of the feet relax on the floor. And make a little pillow. Turn your head to one side. Sophie, shake it out. Take a full breath in. And a nice long exhalation. Good. We're going to bring our forehead to the center and just let it rest on the floor, and take your hands to either side of the shoulders. Draw those elbows in toward the body, tight toward the body. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And inhale, come into a gentle cobra, or maybe a not so gentle cobra. Maybe you want to press yourself up and come into an upward facing dog. Don't let me stop you. Live your life, live your dreams. Keep pressing into your palms. Cobra or up dog. Breathe in. And as you're ready, slowly lower back down. Take your head to the other side, making that little pillow. I'm just resting, Sophie shaking it out. Breathing in. And breathing out. You are doing so great. Let's take one more back bend here. So bring the forehead to the floor, bring the hands to the outsides of the shoulders, squeeze it in, hug those elbows in, and inhale up to your cobra or your up dog. So up dog, knees come off the floor. So it's a lot of compression for the back, lower back. So only take, whatever your body is ready for this morning. Good. And as you're ready, come back down and let your forehead rest on the floor for just a moment. Maybe Sophie, shake it out. We're going to bring our legs wide on the mat. The tops of the feet stay right where they are, and the hands come back. And we'll press ourselves up into a wide table, and then slowly sink yourself back into your child's pose. Now take it slowly because we've just done a couple of back bends, so this is our counter pose. And if your legs don't, your hips don't come all the way back to your heels, It's great to tuck 1 or 2 or more blankets in between the hips and the legs, just to give yourself that support. Let yourself settle here. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Settle down. Long, slow inhalations. Deep, full exhalations. Let's take one more together. And as you're ready, slowly peel yourself up. Keep that blanket handy, and we'll come on down to our backs. Good job. Come all the way down. Give yourself that squeeze again. Hug your knees into your chest. Maybe take those circles, drawing circles on the ceiling. Good. And go the other direction. Excellent. Nice. When you're ready, press your feet into the floor so the heels come up toward the hips. We're going to come into bridge pose. And if you're feeling like your back bends have really been satisfying today and you want to go into wheel pose, I know some of you really enjoy it. Karen, for one, right? So you want to really commit to pressing your feet into the floor. And then press into your hands as you gently lift your hips up. And take your hands and clasp them underneath you. Maybe snuggle your shoulders underneath you. Now, if you have a block and you would like to try a supported bridge, this is a great time to do that. You can tuck your block just underneath right under your sacrum there. But still tuck your shoulders underneath you. I'm going to suggest that if you have a block, you can put it on one of the lower levels. Maybe you want to go a little bit higher. And let's breathe here. And if there's no block available, just come up and down as needed. And if you're ready to go into wheel pose, if you know that's in your practice and it's safe for you, go ahead. Reach for the stars. Good. Let's take one more breath here together. And as you exhale, if you haven't already, remove your prop, lower yourself down. Good. Relax. Let's take the feet as wide as our mats and just rock them side to side, windshield washing, getting those hips. Nice. And then here we go. So hug your knees into your chest. Take your legs up toward the ceiling. Now, it's always good to get the legs up above the heart. If you have a wall in your sacred space that you would like to practice your Savasana in legs up the wall, I highly recommend it. So good for circulation. But just for now, we will be here. So just let your eyes close. And let your feet be higher than your heart. Reversing all that blood flow, giving the heart a little break. You can take some ankle circles while you're there if you like to multitask. Otherwise, just find some stillness. Soften the face, soften the brow. Let's take one more breath in. And as you exhale, just bend your knees. See if you can reach for the edges of your feet. Again, another opportunity for a strap. We'll come into a happy baby pose. This is our final really nice stretch for the back, Notice if your shoulders are hunching up. See if you can draw them down as you draw your outsides of your feet towards your shoulders. And you can't help but smile in Happy Baby, right? And sometimes you just want to rock around like a baby, like a happy baby. Excellent. Take another breath in. And on your exhalation, we're going to draw the knees into the chest and just gently guide them over to the right. Take your left arm out to a T and turn your gaze toward the left. We'll take our final twist. Breathing in and exhaling out. Soften where you can. Let your eyes close here. We'll be here for a few more breaths, so see if you can surrender in this pose. Just let the shape do its work. You have nothing more to do. Soften and breathe. As you exhale next, draw the knees into the chest. Give yourself another squeeze and then gently guide those knees to the other side. Good. Reaching that right arm out to a T. And turning your gaze in that direction. Notice if you're holding tension anywhere at all. We always are, right? See if you can let it go. And take 2 more breaths together here, softening wherever you can. As you're ready, slowly bring those legs back to center and take anything that would feel good so your body knows. Maybe it's a few more windshield wipers, maybe it's hugging the knees in. And then eventually make your way to the Savasana that will please you most. So blankets to cover up. I'm particularly fond of having a blanket over my belly. It just feels really safe and feels nice. So you can take your legs wide, let your feet just splay out, let your arms come out, and tuck those shoulders underneath you, snuggle them in. Just relax and let yourself have the Savasana that you so deserve. You guys have worked really hard. Move the body through many different shapes, transitioned beautifully. Now let's rest. John O'Donohue in his book, Beauty, Rediscovering the True Sources of Compassion, Serenity, and Hope, he quotes Rilke, the poet Rilke, in this chapter on where does beauty dwell. Reminded me of so many of your sacred spaces you shared. He writes, "Perhaps we are here in order to say house, bridge, fountain, gate, pitcher, fruit tree, window. To say them more intensely than the things themselves ever dreamed of existing." Begin to deepen the breath. Bring small movements to fingers and toes. Move the head from side to side. Stay where you are if you're so happy there and that's what your body is asking for. Or roll to one side and find your fetal position, curling up, and just pausing to notice what you have done for yourself, finding some gratitude for that, for your resolve to show up, and for your body's flexibility, and the fact that your mind just went along with it. It's all good. And then as you're ready, bring yourself up to a comfortable seat and join me. Allow your eyes to close. We'll bring our hands to our hearts. And take that moment in your sacred space for some reverence, for all those things, for yoga, for that idea of union, of bringing integration into body, mind, and spirit. Just a little bit of movement, a little bit of breath, a little bit of an intention to show up, and it all works out, right? When you're ready, take a little bow to your own shiny, beautiful heart. Send out a prayer of love to the world. And when you're ready, inhale, reach up for all the goodness. And exhale, back to heart center. Thank you so much for showing up once again. It's such a wonderful, beautiful part of my week, and I will share some of those sacred spaces. Keep sending them. I'll keep sharing them on the video on YouTube. Namaste, you all. What a great start to our day.